Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Put a Ring on It Season 2, Episode 11, The Reunion. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Over here, I do reviews on reality TV as well as scripted shows. So, welcome. If you're returning, you're one of my people, welcome back. Before we get into this review, I want to apologize in advance. My smoke detector needs new batteries, and it is too high up to change the batteries. For whatever reason, somebody put them close to the ceiling. So I cannot reach it. My husband cannot reach it because we do not have a ladder. So therefore, the smoke detector will be going off. I know how annoying that can be, but I do apologize. The only other result is like knocking it down, and I do not want to break the smoke detector because we are renting as of right now. So the review. We didn't have any comments from last week, so we're gonna jump right in. The majority of my notes have to do with Darian, Alexia, and Kai. But we're gonna get, LaRonda and Sean and Eric and Jessica. We're gonna sprinkle them in as well. So Darian says this experience was either gonna make them and break them, and I was like, it definitely broke y'all. He wanted the full experience, and that's what he got. His words, not mine. And I was thinking that told me he was excited because this gave him permission to go out and date as many as women as he could. And if he happened so to sleep with at least one of them, he was gonna be happy because y'all know he is a known cheater. And even though he tries to say he isn't, and the test clearly revealed that was a lie. But yeah, LaRonda and Sean, she says that she knew that he had some jealousy and some insecurity issues. It just didn't know that it would lead to him in the bathroom throwing up. And for the first two episodes, I thought it was a little manipulation on his part until we got to dive deeper into him because he was in the mind frame. If you were a man and a woman and y'all spending time together, then y'all have to sleep together. I don't know where he got that mentality from, but he figured that's how he was in the past, then that's how things was gonna go with him and LaRonda. And to think that, the woman that he loved and want to spend the rest of his life with could be out here sleeping with somebody else, it just did something to his spirit. But it wasn't until he realized I can go on dates with people. I can hang out with females and sex be not on the table. We can just hang out and have a good time together. He still, was like, I still don't want to be put in these situations. So I'm going to sit back. But yeah, Sir James was over there being shady, talking about all of his exes have had kids. So when he went to pick up LaRonda, he thought that Sean was her child, and I was like, that was either you thought that he looked very young, because I think he is on the more shorter side. I'm not talking because I'm 5'2.5" over here, so I know what it is to live in the highly challenged society. I'm one of y'all. We family over here in the highly challenged department. Or he just thought that she looked older. I'm thinking he was like Sean is short and he looked kind of young. But I get that too. Yes, all the time. I get, oh, you look like you 16 years old. I don't get that as much as like early 20s, but no, when I say I'm 36, that's like, really? Or I'm out doing somewhere and something and, people talking, it's like, oh, you ready to go back to school? I was like, I graduated in 2003. Really? And then they started doing it. Okay, yeah, I'm 36. Still got this baby face, but I'm 36. Yeah. Brittany says she thought that she had a connection with Sean, even sober when he offered to drive her to Florida. And this is when Lorana was getting upset because, like, this woman that you've known for 2 dates, you gonna drive her to Florida? But see, this was when he was in that mentality, of he was like, you gave up, whatever ride you had, whether it be plane, train, or automobile, getting to Florida for your show. Like, he said he was almost wanting to like drive her himself, and LeBron's like, I would have been like, I'm like, so that was on her that she wanted. She was out here, um, missing out getting money on the table because she wanted to go on a date with you. I mean, I'm pretty sure she wasn't missing out on money. She was missing out on an alternate ride, and you did not have to be a replacement for that alternate ride, is what I'm saying. But she also felt that he was holding back. Like, he wasn't really trying to go there because he loved Rhonda, and this is the first person he's been in a relationship where he has not cheated. Jessica says she is surprised that Eric proposed. And I was like, I was surprised as well. Her so much is because they was arguing a lot and things was rocky at home. So I was like, I don't know why he proposed if all those things was going on. And I guess he like looked past those things like, yes, we going through something right now, but I still want to spend the rest of my life with you. But she felt the same way. She doesn't see herself with anybody else besides Eric. So the date Sean says he was a little disappointed because he felt like they could have taken their relationship further. If Eric was not in the picture, he could really see himself with Jessica. And I was like, I don't know if he was putting on because he was like falling for her too fast. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I just be looking into stuff too much. I'm like, he was like, oh, I'm really starting to fall for you and like getting all misty eyed. And I'm like, you've been on like 2 dates with this girl. You don't really know her like that for real, for real. Leilani knew that Eric didn't want to be with her because he never tried to be with he never tried to get her number. And I was like, could have fooled me that he didn't want to get with you. The way y'all was doggone rubbing and touching all on each other, the way he had his head all in the doggone your chest right here when y'all was in the little Himalayan sea salt room. Yeah, he looked like he was interested in you. It looked like that y'all may have done something. If not, he was on the verge of doing it. That's how it looked to me. So now that we done got them out together, let's get to what everybody was waiting on: Alexia, Darian, and Kai. Now Alexia, she is hurt because she never thought that Darian would do this to her. They've been together 14 years, and he was her best friend. But Darian talking about none of his needs was being met, meaning they wasn't having good sex. And she said the reason why she wasn't okay. Oh, before I get to that, he's talking about his needs wasn't getting met. He's talking about he was gonna tell Alexia that he had cheated on her with Kai. And I was like, I don't think that is true because you wouldn't have ghosted Kai for several days if you had planned on telling Alexia. You would have, I guess, maybe the next day, like, I made the biggest mistake of my life. Me and you, we just got into it. I went to the condo. I called Kai. She came over and we had sex. You didn't do that. The reason why it came out is because Dr. Nicole made you go on a closure date with Kai. And Kai told the world that y'all had amazing sex. That is why. I'm pretty sure she called producers like, Darian ain't called, he ain't text me in a while, but he ain't gonna do me like that after we didn't have text. And they was like, okay, we need to get this footage on camera. Talking about something you was gonna tell her. He said he didn't see marriage coming because his needs were being met. Okay, I said that earlier, but I was wrong. She said that she wasn't having sex with him because her intuition told her that he was cheating. And it turns out she was right. Like all the red flags was telling her something up with bro. With him, oh, hey babe, what you doing? Oh, I'm in Cali right now. You in Cali? Yeah, I took a red out of Cali this morning. Okay, so you ain't told me. I thought that you was, going to the grocery store. I thought you was at the studio. You way on the other side of the country, or him being out of town, coming home, being home for a few days, and not coming home, going to the studio, things like that. When things get rough, run to the studio. Because the studio is where he takes his females in when things are going rough for he and Alexia. He goes to the studio. So she says after kicking him out, he contacted Dr. Nicole and the production because he wanted to propose. He talking about some, yeah, that's true. But I was like, but you talking about some, you didn't want to get married to her like 5 minutes ago. Okay. He said, this is spirit, Dr. Nicole brought out your true ugly colors. And I was like, it didn't bring out her true colors. It's just that she took the rose glasses off and she was seeing you for the trash, her words, not mine, that you are. You tried to make it seem like this lady was doing too much and that it was all in her head because she knew in her to the core of her that something was going on between you and Kai other than y'all going on a date. And that's it. Leaving it at that. And she knew that. And you sat there and was like, I don't know what your issue is with this girl. Her issue is that she senses and she knew that y'all was messing around with each other. Kai was too comfortable. And when that y'all went on those dates when Darian and Kai was over here and Alexia and whoever she was with was over here, Kai made it a point to be rubbing on you and holding your hand to rub it in like, yes, girl, I've been with your man and I will be with your man again. She was doing all those things, and all those things was telling her something is not right over here. And now you talking about some all you done was lie for the past 14 years. Then why was you with her for those past 14 years? Talking about he didn't find them out into being on the show. I was like, it's because on the show she took those rose colored glasses off and was seeing you, like I said, for the trash that you are. Her words, not mine. Kai comes out. Alexia lets Kai know Darian was downplaying their whole relationship. Telling her, you ain't had nothing to worry about. I don't really like her like that. I'm just going. He said that I'm only going on a third date with Kai because I want to piss Alexia off. So the host Egypt asks Kai, so when did you and Darian sleep together? Instead of saying, oh, it was after date number 4. Oh, we slept together that night after date number 1. Darian, when did we sleep together? He's like, date after date number 3. Yeah, it was after date number 3. I was like, that told me that y'all lying. You was gonna say whatever date he said, so y'all can keep y'all lie together. It was probably before then. It was probably after date number 1, the way she was out going looking at you and the way she was eating her food. Mm-hmm. And Kai says that she and Darian are in a relationship. And I'm sitting there like, you really thought that this man was a prize. This man who I want to say strung this girl on for the past 14 years, had 3 babies on her, came on the show and cheated on her. This is your prize? Okay. And she was just sitting there happy and proud. And, Darian is her man now. And Alexia had to let her know the only reason paraphrasing, the only reason that he is with you is because I didn't accept his proposal. He proposed to me, tried to get back with me, and I told him no, I was done with him. I bet you he didn't tell you that, and she was like, no, I can't, speak on that because I wasn't there. You can tell she was getting angry because it was a lot of, well, I wasn't there, so I can't speak on it. It's because Darian was sitting up her but probably telling Kai, yeah, we on this show, but things been bad for us for years, and we just doing this for the show, but I want to be with you. I don't mean nothing to her. I ain't trying to marry her. I ain't trying to propose her. None of those things. Now, what I found very interesting is when Kai got upset and walked off the show, Darian immediately went after her. And why I find that funny is when it was a group session. And Alexia got mad because Darian was going on yet another date with Kai, and in her spirit, she was saying they messing around. It took Sean and Eric to tell him you need to go after your girl. He wasn't gonna go after her to see if she was all right. The woman that he had been in a relationship on and off for the past 14 years didn't have enough respect for her to go after her to see if she was all right. But Kai, who he is known, I don't know the time frame from the first day to the reunion, so I'm gonna say 8 months. This woman that you've known 8 months, you went after her to make sure that she was fine. Now it's like, Alexia, if any part of you thought of getting back with Darian, watching the show and this reunion should have told you you wasted your time with this man. You could have been happily married with kids with somebody who respects you. But Darian got on here and called you all kind of liars, but contradicted himself at the same time. Had enough respect to run after Kai, who he barely knows, but couldn't come after you to see if he was all right. It took two other people to tell him that. Yeah. And I'm going, Kai, you really think you got it? Everything is all puppies and rainbows when you got with Darian. This is the same dude who ghosted you, who the only reason that he had that closure ceremony is because he was forced to do that. The only reason with you was because Alexia no longer wanted to be with him. This is your prize? Okay. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day for $99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, and share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.